just because you are a good person doesn't make you a people pleaser. Now, if you're looking to be a good person for validation, for appreciation, or a favor, then that makes you a people pleaser. But just because you choose to do the right thing for yourself and others doesn't mean you are naive or ignorant. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, and let's just get straight into today's video. In order for you to stop being a people pleaser, because there's a difference, I wanted to make that clear, is for you to understand, why do you feel like you deserve external validation? It can come from your family, it can come from your friends, it can come from people at your school, your community, your neighbors, or even your coworkers and your peers. So in order for you to identify why you're looking for this validation externally, whether it's emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially, we have to identify where the lack comes from. So in order for you to understand where this lack comes from, you have to realize, what are you expecting when you do the right thing for people? Are you helping people because it makes you feel good? Are you helping people because it makes you feel superior? Are you helping people because you want that same help in return? Or are you helping people because you know it's the right thing to do? And usually, if you know the last thing, this video may not resonate with you, or just in case you need a reminder, when you choose to be a good person, when you choose to do the right thing, it is a choice. Now, of course, you would think humanity, people would know this as common knowledge, general knowledge, but unfortunately, a lot of people have gone through trauma, and some people were never taught or exposed to that other than when they were born, or maybe certain things happen to them as they experience life. You do have some people in this world who understand that since they were born, who were shown love, who were shown support, confidence, and appreciation. And then once again, some people don't know any better. So when you're going to be a good person, number one, you have to realize that you being genuine is for yourself. When you learn to expect you being good for yourself, you will receive the same energy in return. When you learn not to expect yourself and other people, you will not be disappointed if they don't meet your standards or they're not willing to pour in the same energy as you. Now, disclaimer. Excuse me, just because people don't pour into you the same way you pour into yourself and they're able to show up for you in different areas of your life doesn't make them a bad person or less of a person. Because if we're being honest, you're the only person who knows what it is that you like and how you want things to be done. Even if you explain things to certain people, if it's not done how you want it to, you may feel some type of way. So don't make them feel bad. Always be grateful and appreciative of the people who are in your life, who try to appreciate you and understand you and do things that you would like from them, versus people who just choose not to be nice and kind at all. So when it comes to you being a retired people pleaser or surrendering your people pleasing skills, once again, when you do things for people, how does it affect you? Do you feel drained? Do you feel motivated? Does it inspire you? Or do you feel discouraged and upset and not appreciated? If you don't feel appreciated, for what you're doing, we have to take a step back. We have to point the finger on ourselves, because I'm going to be honest with you. People who do not care to choose to do the right thing are going to tell you things like, I never asked you to do this, or nobody told you to do this. Even though you may want to do things to help people because that's who you are, and you know doing the right thing makes you feel good, doesn't mean other people are going to have the same perspective and attitude as you. Speaking from experience, take what resonates, leave the rest. Everybody in the world is not going to heal themselves. Everybody in the world is not going to uplift themselves, motivate themselves, and become the best version of themselves. Why? Because they have free will. Whether they are willfully ignorant or they may not know how. But eventually, if you want to do something, if you want to learn something, you have to be open and willing to receive and be able to remove anything or anybody who's no longer resonating with you. So to save yourself disappointed and not feeling underappreciated, make sure when you do things for people, like you give to people, you don't expect anything back in return. When it comes to money, when it comes to gifts, when it comes to transportation, when it comes to your time, your energy, and effort, if you are not okay with giving those things out and not expecting anything in return, you won't feel disappointed. Now, of course, some people who do right to themselves treat other people the same way in return. So when somebody does give back in return, you're grateful of them, you appreciate them, you value kindness, and you don't take them for granted. If you know you have good people in your life who are willing, like I said, to show up for you in any of these areas, even if it's not the same way you pour into yourself, never manipulate them, never take them for granted. Always appreciate and verbally express to them that you're grateful. I thank you for this. I feel any other positive word that is related or adjective to being grateful and expressing gratitude. I can't think right now on the top of my head, but I'm thanking you for this. I appreciate you for this. I'm so excited, or this made me feel good, or I feel good, or I am just so ecstatic. When it comes to you being a people pleaser, there's a reason why. Now, if you are this person and you grew up and you weren't shown affection, taught emotional intelligence, loving kindness, and to do positive things, you may want the same energy in return. So, subconsciously, you may be unaware because it's not until you get older and you experience life, who you are and what you want to do in this life, that you realize you've been giving your time, energy into people and they're not giving you the energy in return. You don't have to continue to feel stuck and stagnant or feel like there's something wrong with you or that you're a bad person. What you should be aware of and start to pay attention to is that everyone may not deserve your time, your energy, and your effort. And once you realize who is worthy of your time, your energy, and effort, you know where to pour into. When you constantly pour into people and they don't pour into you, you may feel drained. You may feel underappreciated. You may feel upset. But once again, everyone does not think the same. So people are going to do what feels right to them. Another thing about being a good person, it's a choice. The reward of you being a good person always is going to have you come first. There's this misconception that when you're a good person, people are just going to manipulate you and take advantage of you and you're always going to come last. That is only going to happen if you continue, you continue to surround yourself with manipulators and people who try to take advantage of you. Now, the more you pour into yourself and you put yourself first, you're not going to come last. And the higher your standards are, the more you celebrate yourself, the more you're a good person for you, you will know, you will gain the wisdom, you'll gain discernment and understand when people try to come your life and are taking from you. Because sometimes in the beginning, you may not know because, people are wolves in sheep clothing. And it's not until later you realize, oh, this person was trying to use me for this or that or connections, whatever it is. And, afterwards you feel some type of way. But if you are a good person from the start and your intentions were never to manipulate or to take, you didn't gain anything, but you also didn't lose anything. A lot of people think they're losing things when they pour their time, energy, and effort. Little did you know, you being in that person's life taught them a valuable lesson, and when you are removed, they will no longer have access to you. So instead of being sad and upset, realize everything that you put out, you're going to get back and more. I'm speaking from experience. Every single time I was around certain people, places, and things who did not have the same frequency as me or energy as me, I gained a trillion times more than what I lost. And me personally, like I said, I've learned that a long time ago, early in age. So therefore, I don't expect things from people. If they do, like I said, the right thing, if they choose to be nice, I'm grateful, but I'm not going to hold it over anybody's head. And speaking from experience, I've been around a lot of low vibrational entities and energies who would do stuff for me and then later throw it in my face. And that makes people feel like you don't want to ask them for anything and you don't want to become closed off. So I didn't become closed off because I've been around negative people. I just realized that, okay, once I realized what type of people they were, I constantly remove myself. And I don't even speak on these things other than to inform and educate you guys or anybody who's watching this. But you doing things for people and then throwing it in their face, that doesn't make them feel good. It just makes it seem like you just, like I said, wanted to have control or you wanted to manipulate people, because people are aware when you are a good person. People can sense your energy. People can pay attention based off of how you talk about yourself, how you talk about others, how you see the world, what you think, what you do, your actions. All of it is connected. So it's like throwing something in somebody's face, like, that doesn't make you a genuine person. And that's how you can spot easily if somebody had genuine intentions, is if they bring it up later and be like, well, I was the one who took you here. I was the one who let you use my car. I was the one who gave you money. I was the one who made sure you, okay. And when you realize everyone is not, like I said, a good person, instead of being angry and frustrated, just stop giving your energy into them. Stop asking them for those things. And that's why it's really important for you to be a good person for yourself. So therefore, nobody can disturb your peace. Nobody gets to disturb my spirit. Nobody's disturbing my peace. Nobody's disturbing my spirit. All the people who did things for me and didn't have genuine intentions, I haven't had access to, and I'm not going to as I grow older. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, and this video resonates with you, give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, make sure you're subscribed, turn on your post notification bells, and if you want a one-on-one session, head to my website at tyguidance.summer.com. All the information will be down in the description box below. But when it comes to you being a people pleaser, remember, there's a difference between you doing the right thing and you being a good person versus you being unaware and being naive to a certain situation. And if you need more videos like this, or if you have a specific topic that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section, as well as follow me on my TikTok and Instagram. I will go live, and in my Instagram and TikTok, I post on my story, as well as YouTube in the communities, topics and discussions that you guys want to talk about that we need to continue to focus on, or things that we need to fall back from. But you being a good person doesn't make you a people pleaser. You being a people pleaser is if you are not aware of why you're going out your way to put other people before you. And it's not selfish to be selfless. It's not selfish to be selfless. You putting yourself first is a priority, because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself, other than the people who care about you. But if you don't have the finances, the resources, and the support and people that care about you, you have to be able to take care of yourself. Nobody who takes care of themselves, nobody who loves themselves and loves other people is going to manipulate you or call you arrogant, stuck up, full of yourself. The only people who have these problems are people who are insecure, they lack boundaries, and they're not confident, and they allow people to take from them. There's a time and a place, and you don't have to feel guilty about putting yourself first. And stay tuned, because that's going to be the next video we'll talk about. Okay? Love you. Bye.